Cause I'm taking this for all it's worth. If it's a game, and these are the stakes, I know I got the best shot for taking you out of the race. Every time I think I've been, it makes me sick, and I don't wanna know just what happened. And in the van right in front of my house, that's where you sold me out, girl. You didn't have a clue. You sold me out. What you think about when you were telling all your friends about how your lips were pressed against decidedly? And I hope, and every time I think of it, it makes me sick, and I don't wanna know just what happened. And in the van right in front of my house, that's where you sold me out, girl. You didn't have a clue. What you think about when you saw me out? Every time you go to sleep at night, I wonder what you hide behind closed eyes. What else could you be keeping from me? What else could you be keeping from me? And every time you go to sleep at night, I wonder what you hide behind closed eyes. What else could you be keeping from me? What else could you be keeping from me? And every time I think of it, it makes me sick, and I don't wanna know just what happened. And in the van right in front of my house, that's where you sold me out, girl. You didn't have a clue. And every time I think of it, it makes me sick, and I don't wanna know just what happened. And in the van right in front of my house, that's where you sold me out, girl. You didn't have a clue. Didn't have a clue.
Tearing out pages of books that I wish I read. Thought for a moment that I might be better off dead. There are things that I can't sing about, memories I could do without. Gonna open my old wounds and tear myself into. Try not to let it bother me, but everything still burns when it goes down. Bother me, oh, but every time I hear about you, I die a little more inside. Every time I hear about your name, I wish I could bury it deep down where it won't make a sound. I got a lot to say, I never could find phrasing. But I don't wanna feel this way, like everything drives me crazy for nothing. Try not to let it bother me, but everything still hurts when I come down. Every time I hear about you, I die a little more inside. Every time I hear about your name, I wish I could bury it deep down where it won't make a sound. Oh, deep down where it won't make a sound. time I hear about your name, I wish I could bury it deep down where it won't make a sound. Oh, deep down where it won't make a sound. Oh, deep down where it won't make a sound. Oh, deep down where it won't make a sound. Oh.
You don't say what you mean when you say what you need. You tell white lies from your heart of gold. I'm not the place you wanna be, I'm just the places in between. I feel complete but uncomfortable. I get distracted by the greater curse, but I always find it blankets past the broken glass. I tell myself that I'll find my way back home, but getting lost is so easy on your own. My concrete say it's permanent. I'm stuck this way. No, I can never change. No, I can't stop. If all I've got is an empty heart full of broken parts. I don't say what I mean. I can't give you everything. I'm as stubborn as cynical. It takes more than love to keep you smiling, more than hope to keep you trying. It's hard to be inseparable when we have separate principles. My concrete say it's permanent. I'm stuck this way. No, I can never change. No, I can't stop. If all I've got is an empty heart full of broken parts. I'm too far gone to change for anyone. I'm too far gone to change for anyone. I'm too far gone to change for anyone. I'm too far gone to change. Concrete set, it's permanent. I'm stuck this way. No, I can never change. No, I can't stop. If all I've got is an empty heart full of broken parts. My concrete say it's permanent. I'm stuck this way. Now I can never change. No, I can't stop. If all I've got is an empty heart full of broken parts. Do you wanna come with me? Can we take a ride? All my friends are busy getting high in the city, and I need a new place, somewhere I can go. Take a picture of nature, spend some time alone. We are the ones who believe in this song. We are broken, we are flawed, we are salt in the wound. We are friends coming through.
Yo, it went down in price. Good to hear there, Ben. Yo, get that money. And get that GPU. Now, you're on the clock. Oh my goodness. The shadow over London. Indubitably. Burn!
Is usually reliable.
Oh shit.
Speaking, I often find that the key to everything is good. Your paper. This is a mess.
Hold on, pause.
Getting out of...
Main menu. If I'm gonna do this right. Dang it. I knew that there was no audio. Don't need to tell me. Let's try this again. Thank God we don't have the blue audio hook anymore. Shadow over London.
Dr. Watson, would you kindly close the door behind you so that we can limit the price of your carelessness to merely hours of work rather than days?
My apologies, Mr. Holmes. I found myself rather taken aback. I saw tidier houses in war-torn Afghanistan.
Burn!
Are those my surgical needles?
I ran out of tacks and the matter required immediate attention.
Was that my supper?
Plainly not, for I was the one who ate it.
I set it aside for this evening.
And for that I am grateful.
Is that my bed?
Watson, since you've proven yourself a master of observation, might I ask you to apply your skills to a more pertinent question? Namely, the whereabouts of today's newspapers. They are the key to everything. The newsboy is usually reliable.
Medically speaking, I often find that the key to everything is good sleep. In a bed. Your papers are here, on the table.
Yes, the paper.
The postman brought today.
By God, this place is a pigsty. Let's see. London advertise. Sir, September 28th, 1882. Tension between England and Sweden are running high after a series of unfortunate mishaps during a recent visit to London by a Swedish Prince Arthur. Chief among the scandals was the embarrassment of the British diplomatic corps as a result. The unexplained disappearance of Prince Ishbird, personal bodyguard, longtime member of her inner circle, took the opportunity to explore London while off duty and never returned from his late night promenade. A spokesman for the police assured the advertiser that they are confident the bodyguard will be located, as he is striking representative of the Scandinavian people. A man like that gets noticed wherever, whether by his peers at the gentleman's club or the fair nightingales who comfort him.
Local gossip, all of it uninteresting. Your order from Barnes' bookshop has arrived, Doctor.
Hey!
Barnes insists on delivering the books to our door, even though we could easily walk to his shop. That's good service.
Another letter from Werner. I never reply, but they keep coming. I don't see the Strand. Where is it?
Pardon me?
I am on the precipice of uncovering a pattern of crime across London spanning many months and involving many men. The missing paper cannot be a coincidence.
That's preposterous.
My dear fellow, life is infinitely stranger than anything which the mind of man can invent.
Well, life used your newspaper to wipe its posterior, so after that unpleasant discovery this morning, I disposed of it. But in lieu of the Strand, perhaps I can deliver you something equally tantalizing. I have just returned from a patient of mine, Captain Stenwick, who...
No, that will not do. Grab your coat, Dr. Watson. Let us hope nobody has collected the dustbin.
Yo, Techno, how's it going? The Strand. No, not a Strand, Gabe. It's rainy today. Indeed it is. Let's see, wind coat, dress blues. Oh!
The other one.
No, I have to choose the raincoat.
That one. No, that one. It's like Cusco.
He does kind of look like Cusco.
It's Cusco, my country in...
But, yeah, I know Cusco. I guess maybe the wind coat? Fezzes are cool. Deanna, can I have a beard like this?
No.
What about like this?
No.
This?
No.
This? This? Oh wait, that's for Watson. PB and celery. Nice. Yo, newsboy. Bye.
A cactus spine. If it gets in your skin, it's awfully tricky to remove, and when laced with poison, the perfect assassination tool.
What's it doing in a bed?
You were mistaken, Dr. Watson. The paper was indeed dirtied, but not how you implied. It's potting soil. See, Watson? The conspiracy is real. Someone tried to poison me.
Poison? You? That's madness.
Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here.
Oi.
Sorry, Mr. Holmes. I just sold my last paper.
You just said
Lost.
get your copy here.
Then why are you still here?
Boss pays by the hour. No sense in returning early.
Yo, he has a point.
Any breaking news today?
The dock accident. It's the talk of the town.
Yes. Besides the tripe on the front page, anything about burglaries?
I'm not sure, sir.
You're a bright child. I presume you see everything that goes on around here?
Nothing gets past me, mister.
Then tell me, did you notice anyone suspicious at my door this morning?
Like the man with your newspaper?
Precisely. What do you know?
I know the value of a shilling.
Darn
Dr.
it.
Watson.
Cool, now I can take the day off.
Did you see what he was up to?
Nah, not really. I saw him approaching your house, but I had a customer. Then there's a loud bang. I ducked down. Not because I was scared, because I wasn't. I had to protect the merchandise, and all I could see was him kneeling at your door.
Yo, this kid understands the value of good service.
Can you describe the man you saw?
He was carrying a lot of books. Up to his chin they were.
Never heard of a well-read assassin.
Looks can deceive. Hence the appeal of disguises. Which way did he go?
Not sure. I was distracted by customers. Sorry.
All right. You earned your shilling. That'll be all.
Thanks, Mr. Holmes. Maybe I could be your eyes and ears, if you have more shillings.
Dude, this kid knows how to do his thing. Let's see. Who ruined the Strand? Ah, one of the two. Really? Barnes, the local bookseller, ruined it. The newsboy said the suspicious man was carrying a stack of books, and this morning, Mr. Barnes, the local bookseller, delivered a novel for Dr. Watson. A cactus spied for assassination. A loud bang. A visit to Mr. Barnes is in order. By Joe, we're on it.
Come now, Mr. Holmes. Murder? Yes, Barnes has
Get the
his quirks,
Strand.
but he also
Get
has
your
his
copy of the
scruples.
Strand here.
Not every pawn knows it's part of a game.
Yeah, so where are we going?
Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here.
Let's see, Lucky Bar. Lock and key shop. Where? Oh shoot, there it is. Never mind. Oh, it just randomly popped up. I was too confused. Somehow I figured it out. My golly. Are you Mr. Barnes?
Do you even have enemies that would want to kill you? Okay, perhaps from Cordona.
You know, he is right. God darn it, Watson. Let us observe the man. Bags in their eyes. Evidence of overworked. You know, not a toupee. Ink. Newspaper ink. Yo, them cheeks. Leaned heavily on the right side. Sore left leg. High heels. Wants to look taller. I mean, he does seem like a workaholic. Part of me feels more workaholic than anything. You know, I'm feeling workaholic. Chat. Any deductions? Good. We're gonna go forkaholic.
Mr. Barnes, a word. Ah, for goodness sake.
Who goes there?
Sherlock Holmes. Now will you please...
Mr. Holmes. Golly, I did not see you coming.
Would you care to answer some questions for me?
In person.
I could, but I am deep in the weeds with work. How about we reschedule in a month or two?
Come now, Mr. Barnes. It will only take a moment.
Really deep in the weeds with important things. Well, help yourself to any book. Just take it and pay later. I trust you, Mr. Holmes.
Barnes doesn't seem like himself. Why is he
Salute.
acting this way?
You're asking the right questions, Doctor. Let's find a way to coax him out. The ladder is broken recently, judging by the freshness of the wood.
Explains the sore leg. Would most likely match up. Exotic plants catalog. A catalog of exotic plants on Barnes's counter. The name of the category reads Everlasting Plants for Everlasting Love. What we got here?
Basics of cryptoanalysis, cryptography in Egypt. It appears Barnes has an interesting hobby.
Oh, puppy!
So, Barnes has a dog now. Who's a good boy?
Barnes has always been a little odd, but this is uncharacteristic even for him.
Apologies, but I can't hear you. Please come back later.
How do you know I was at the door?
The finest view London has to offer.
Uh-huh.
In the language of Mycroft's secret agents, it's a sign. Dried flowers are replaced when the job is done. I wonder who the recipient is. An improvised stand, but it does make the flowers more visible.
Oh, this painting.
I could hardly imagine anything more macabre.
Or occult.
We're looking for a cactus needle in a haystack. A spine in a book stack? No, come on, Watson, think.
Oh, look, the Strand. Killing Tempest. My Strand. Yeah, there's a flippin' paper right there. Just take that.
The ladder is broken, recently, judging by the freshness of the wood.
Thinking. Yo, somebody get that damn dog some water. Got everything over here.
I like bookshops. One of the few spots in London where you are shunned for making a racket.
Heh. Trying to think. Like, there's gotta be something I'm missing. What the H is this? Wait a minute.
The weather is dreary, isn't it?
What
To be
the?
fair, my flowers could use the rainfall.
Maybe if we enter.
So, Barnes has a dog now. Who's a good boy?
Aye. Oh shoot, I had to use the Mind Palace. Why has Barnes acted so strange? Where's this cactus? Huh. What about... Hear me out, chat. He's involved in a scheme. The dead flowers are on display. Huh. Thinking. Let's see. No, definitely not it. Am I missing a document? See, I think I am missing a document. We need more out of him.
Didn't you once tell me that answers usually lie in plain sight?
God darn it, Watson. You need to think.
Hello there. What's your name?
Lily, I know, not very original.
Wait, what the? Of course.
Encouraging people to stop and smell the roses?
Our national emblem. God save the Queen.
Sorry. She said God save the Queen.
Familiar spine? Is this what I found in my dustbin?
Indeed it is. Well,
The pot is damaged. The blow was severe, but softened by something. It must take patience and care to produce a bloom so beautiful.
I imagine so. I merely sell them. Anything tickle your fancy, Mr. Holmes?
let's see. Wear makeup for beauty or concealment? Distant look. Avoids eye contact or distracted. Mourning brooch honoring deceased husband. What's your fabric? Boots. Change shoes upon arrival. Dude, she looks like she is ready to move on with her life, if you know what I mean. Definitely. But then at the same time, she's still mourning because she has the brooch. Like, that's what's off. The brooch and the distant look. Like, that's the one thing that doesn't make any sense. Huh. You know what? I think she's still grieving. Yay?
My condolences, Mrs. Fleming.
Mr. Holmes?
Your husband's death. You're clearly still in mourning.
Oh, no. I loved him more than anything, of course, but that was some time ago now. Life goes on.
A lesson we all learn, one way or another.
What the heck was that? Yeah, you never mess with another person's weed. Never mess another person's weed. I wonder how does she feel about the dead flowers on display?
What do you make of the flowers in Barnes' shop window?
Well, they could use a bit of water.
Do they mean anything to you?
Mean anything how? I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Holmes.
Why do you think they're there?
Are you suggesting the flowers are for me?
It seems likely, does it not?
Oh, I hope you're right.
No. Miss Fleming says she knows nothing about the dead flowers, but hopes it's a bouquet for her.
Are you sure you're asking the right person? I'm just a flower seller.
One of these things is not like the other.
Come again?
The cactus. Those fearsome spines can prove a devil to remove, and the sap is often toxic.
And a rose thorn can give you tetanus, but we still grow them. The cactus seems comparatively harmless. Though you have me thinking it must be valuable.
I was under the impression that you knew its price already.
Your guess is as good as mine. The first time I saw this cactus was when I came back from my break.
Huh.
Are you sure you're asking the right person? I'm just a flower seller.
You know what? I want to look at the exotic plant catalog.
I'm afraid I can't help with that, Mr. Holmes.
Boo.
I'm afraid I can't help with that, Mr. Holmes.
Let's see, Mr. Barnes?
Are you familiar with Mr. Barnes?
Yes. No, not really. Well, in a way.
What on earth does that mean?
I know who he is, of course. But we haven't shared much more than a look.
A look?
Yes.
Ooh.
Each morning I go for a walk in the park with my dog, and most days I spot Mr. Barnes there with his new puppy. So we see each other. Actually, we once met briefly while our dogs played. He was quiet and seemed unsteady as he approached. But since then, we've never spoken. I often see him staring through the shop window. Sometimes I wonder what he thinks about that would etch such longing onto his face.
Somebody's got a crush. Dear God, man, take care of your flowers. Mind Palace. So why is he acting so strangely? Dead flowers on display? Two of them make sense. Mr. Barnes is in love with Miss Fleming. Called it! Barnes displays a bouquet of dead flowers to attract attention of Miss Fleming, a florist. He hopes she will come into his shop and give him watering advice. Or it could simply be a symbol of his desperation. Barnes anonymously gifted her a cactus, which he ordered from the catalog in his counter. A questionable choice, but for Barnes a symbol of his eternal love, since the catalog presents the cacti as immortal. Plainly, this is the same cactus he dropped on the Strand outside 221B Baker Street. Now, to hear the full story.
I think perhaps I have been chasing shadows.
Do not despair, Mr. Holmes. Even the best of us make mistakes. We better tell Mr. Barnes what we've learned.
Mr. Barnes, I know what you did, and I know why you did it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Holmes. I can't hear you very well from behind the door.
You ordered a cactus from the plant catalogue and then left it for Mrs. Fleming as a gift. You place flowers in the window to get her attention and wear high heels to appear taller and more desirable. You are her secret admirer. I couldn't read this morning's edition of The Strand because it was covered in soil and spines. I know you dropped a cactus on it and then fled.
Barnes, it's Dr. Watson. Rest assured, we are not interested in disclosing your personal affairs to anyone, including Mrs. Fleming. Please come out.
All right, then.
So, you know what happened then? I was on my way back from the post office, having picked up the cactus and some books. It was quite an awkward package, heavy too, and when I got to your door, I dropped the cactus in your paper. Forgive me.
I needed that paper to prove a theory and prevent a crime. Your actions were rather disruptive. Your clumsiness carrying the post is matched only by the clumsiness of your romantic gesture.
Ooh! Oh, it's true. I am useless with this sort of thing. I'm not even sure if Mrs. Fleming noticed.
I know what to do.
As in most things in life, truth is the answer. Cease with the abstruse signals and anonymous gifts, and simply talk to the woman. What is the worst that can happen? She rejects you, and you are freed from this endless purgatory.
That... Yes, you are correct, of course. I do have a slight tendency to overthink things. Thank you.
So, at last, we return to the matter of the paper. I'm investigating a string of burglaries. Did you perhaps read of any before the edition was spoiled?
I don't recall, but you're welcome to read our copy for yourself.
You had an issue of The Strand here all along?
Dude!
Naturally.
O sea, realmente yo creo que no
I
sé
am
por
a
qué
bookseller.
ambos, no sé
I have a
por qué
subscription
ambos
to every
son
magazine and newspaper in London.
So you ought to be familiar with the concept of burying the lead.
Oh no, my apologies, Mr. Holmes. I'll make it up to you however I can.
que tal tu learning. O sea,
I am an expert on obscure languages and translation and
Yes, okay. Just give me the paper.
Give this man the paper.
aprovecha el momento, no de que pase tanto tiempo, como mi mamá siempre me dice.
Sultry
Las
rock
cosas se arreglan
explosion
cada
rock
instante
stock.
del momento.
The locals at the Port of London had a rude awakening last night with loud bangs and thick red smoke disturbing the peace. Merchant ship Mostava had docked at the pier N3 in the early evening en route to Europe when it was rocked by several concussive explosions. The Port Authority is yet to comment on the incident, and it is unknown if any crew members were on board at the time. Eyewitness reports seeing saltpeter leaking into the river, but with the areas still off limits to workers and the public, it may be some time before we have a full account of what happened, of what transpired.
Come, Dr. Watson. Let us put this matter behind us.
Farewell, Mr. Barnes. I hope to hear good news about you and Mrs. Fleming.
Yeah.
Well, that was an utter waste of time.
An assassination did seem rather unlikely.
There was supposed to be another burglary. I was certain of it. Something you wish to say, Doctor?
No? Well, only that you have a remarkable faculty for deduction and pattern recognition. And that perhaps, if ill applied...
I see things that are not there.
Yes. It is London. There will always be burglaries. Doesn't have to mean anything.
So it seems. Forgive me. Without something to occupy my mind, I turn into an entirely different animal.
Which brings us back to my news from earlier. I think I have a case for you, a real one.
Truly?
Indeed. Though perhaps not as thrilling as your stories from Cordona. A patient of mine, Captain Stenwick, told me that his servant disappeared. I said I knew just the man to help. What do you say?
Oh, Watson.
Yes, I know it's not the most tantalizing mystery, nor the story to launch my writing career. But
It's brilliant. Let's go.
oh, good. Well, his house is nearby. Come.
Okay, so this way? Wow, so much for that mystery.
Not much further now.
It was his home. Called it.
Is this lousy attitude of yours because of my altercation with Inspector Lockhart? Did he put you up to this?
Sir, the inspector has nothing to do with it. I'm telling you the same thing I tell anyone seeking a missing person.
Good day, gentlemen. Forgive the intrusion. Captain Stenwick, this is my colleague Sherlock Holmes, the consulting detective I told you about.
At last, a professional. This useless officer refuses to do anything about Kimmy here, my missing servant. What was your name again? I shall be certain to inform your superiors.
Sergeant Ruffles. And it's my superiors who made this decision, sir.
Let's see. Other missing people?
Have there been other disappearances lately?
Of course, here and there. But when life is tough and opportunity comes knocking, you can't blame those who answer.
Why won't you investigate?
Why has the police department decided not to help?
We investigate murders, thefts, fraud, arson, real crimes. A servant walking away from his master is not our highest priority. That said, if we find Kimahia breaking the law, we'll be sure to notify Captain Stenwick. Now, I must be off. Best of luck in your search.
You heard that, didn't you? The way that man spoke to me. I shall need your written testimony. Then we can lodge a complaint.
Captain, perhaps Mr. Holmes' time is better spent learning about your servant, so that he may begin his investigation.
Ah, yes. Quite right. Fire away.
Can we go inside so we don't catch a cold?
May I see your servant's bedroom?
His shack is in the garden. You can't miss it.
Did you search the room?
Of course, but only to check he wasn't lying dead inside. Everything seemed normal at a glance.
When did he vanish?
When did you last see your servant?
Kimmy here normally brings me the morning papers, but yesterday I had to get them myself. He must have escaped the night before yesterday.
Describe him.
Tell me about Kimmy here.
He's foreign, a Māori, all the way from New Zealand. Biggest man you've ever seen, and as strong as two. Dark hair and fearsome tattoos. He doesn't speak a whit of English, never bothered to learn. But I made do with pointing. I invested a lot of money in him, so he must be found.
Dear God, way to make him sound like a cattle prod, you jerkbag. How'd he run away before?
I take it this is the first time Kimmy here has vanished?
Undoubtedly. The man seemed terrified of the city. I think it was all the noise. He never left this estate. Should he cause any damage, I will bear the responsibility, for it was I who rescued him from savagery and brought him here to England in the first place.
Why would he run?
Is there any reason Kimmy here may have left?
I should think not. He had all he could have wanted. Gainful employment, new clothes, and all the cabbage he could eat.
Yo, cabbage? Give me some.
Did Kimmy here make off with anything of value?
Heavens, no. I would have mentioned it to Sergeant Ruffles.
Still, he must have fled with some money on his person.
No, no. I kept his wages in my safe. For security.
All right, Captain. I think I have enough to get started. We shall first take a look around the mansion.
Go ahead. I'll be here, mentally drafting my complaint.
Alright. Let's see, can we find his shed? No, Lieutenant Dan, you ain't got no head. Dirt.
Chewing tobacco.
Close enough. Still bad for your teeth.
A shoe print, roughly size 11, with a worn-out sole. These are a workman's boots. Looks like a knee print. Someone knelt here. The amount of chewing tobacco suggests they were waiting a while.
Amazing, Mr. Holmes. To read the ground like an open book.
Yo, imagination. Oh, there's his shack.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
Yes, you effed up right into a dance party, Puck.
Give me my quarter.
Puck, how you doing? Hempcat, how's it going? Wait, why'd I just give a shout out? Well, Hepcat, you get a free shout out. Everybody just follow Hepcat and Puck, because they're both good people. Puck has the blurps. Every single blurp that I know of has been pre-approved on that channel. And also Hepcat. You can see Hepcat on that channel as well. Yo, how you doing, Puck? How was your stream? But yo, welcome in everybody. If you don't know me, my name is Nine Fox, streamer, comedian, and now investigating this weird Disappearance of a servant.
These were sturdy boxes. It would have required a serious blow to break them.
Ooh, wait, all of it? Or did you also... Now you're on to, like, the expansion. Oh my goodness. That face.
Impressive.
Wilson!
The sack of grain retained the shape of an impact. Someone hit their head here.
Wilson! All of it be DLC story the other day. Nice. So then I gotta ask, what's the next game on the docket?
A small Navy spyglass.
Not the Navy. Bone.
Button chops. The remains of a meal.
Salute.
A heavy chemical odor. Lend me your nose, Doctor.
I'll never forget that smell after my time in Afghanistan. That's an opioid, Mr. Holmes, and not cotton.
Sometimes I find myself in a crowded room with good friends, and I feel this will end too soon. Some things just end too soon. I watch you fall asleep and never wake up. Don't take these memories of the people I love, 'cause my God, we might not have much longer. We might not have much longer. Now I'm not angry, no, I'm not upset. All I'm saying is you take deserves this. Right now, if things could be better read, it's a reminder that nothing here is permanent. Dead or dying, and I guess we'll never figure it out. Dead or dying, at least I'm trying. So hard not to dwell on the past. Breathe every goodbye and try to make the memory last. Patrick, reminds me of when I was younger. There are two dates under your name, and life's the dash that's in between. And all the flowers that surround you will never bring back anything. But now and then, well, I still miss you on the drive home, and still get anxious when I'm all alone, faced with a feeling that I'll never know where to go. Right now, if things could be better read, it's a reminder that nothing here is permanent. Dead or dying, and I guess we'll never figure it out. Dead or dying, at least I'm trying. So hard not to dwell on the past. Breathe every goodbye and try to make the memory last. Patrick, reminds me of when I was younger. Right now, though things could be better read, it's a reminder that nothing here is permanent. Dead or dying, and I guess we'll never figure it out. Dead or dying, at least I'm trying. So hard not to dwell on the past. Breathe every goodbye and try to make the memory last. Patrick, reminds me of when I was younger. I could call it August. I was not prepared for this. You think that nobody noticed the way that you still care about it, about all the people we were made to love
Just say the word, we'll take on the world. Just say you're hurt, we'll face the worst. Oh. I can see the pain in your eyes. Oh, believe me, and I have tried. No, I won't pretend to know what you've been through. You should know, I wish it was me, not you. And just say the word, take on the world. And just say you're hurt, we'll face the worst. Nobody knows you the way that I know you. Look in my eyes, I will never desert you. And just say the word, take on the world. And it's the fight, in the fight of our lives. You and I, we were made to thrive. Oh, yeah. And I am your future, I am your past. Never forget we were built to last. Step out of the shadows and into my life. Silence the voices that haunt you inside. Just say
The ashes are long since cold. A Maori nose flute. Ngurus, they're called. Is this a taniwha, a Maori water spirit, or something else?
Either way, it's giving me chills.
No air coming through it. This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right. The rag reeks of smoke. Someone plugged the chimney. Clothes made of hessian. Is Stenwick really so miserly? Clothes made of Hessian. Is Stenwick really so miserly? The door to your garden has an interesting lock.
Yes, I have uncommon locks on every door of my mansion. It makes them harder to pick. Kimmy here and I both had a set of keys.
I'll need to borrow them.
No, you'll need to do what I tell you to do. Examine the garden. I thought you were meant to be intelligent.
Do you happen to know Kimahir's shoe size?
I wouldn't have the foggiest. But I'm sure it was enormous. Not that it matters. He spent his life barefoot. Despite my best efforts, he simply did not take to shoes.
I came across a pile of Hessian clothes in the shack. Are they Kimahir's?
Yes. I had to give him something to clothe himself. He seemed unfazed by his bare skin, but I found it distracting. I thought you were meant to be intelligent. I thought you were meant to be intelligent.
Is this spyglass familiar?
I don't recognize it.
Could it be Kimahir's, perhaps?
I doubt it. I never saw him with it, nor could I suggest how he might have come by it. I thought you were meant to be intelligent.
Has Kimahir ever indulged in tobacco?
No, the man doesn't even drink.
Are you certain? I found chewing tobacco in the garden.
I controlled Kimahir's expenses since he struggled with the currency. I would have known if he used tobacco.
Stenwick makes his servant live in a tool shed? You think you know someone? Do you think Kimmy here had an accomplice in this?
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right. Someone moved a cart to this spot and then took it elsewhere. Can't see it anywhere in the garden. Surveilling from afar, the intruder waited for a window of opportunity. When Kimahir went to sleep, the man crept up to the shack and slipped narcotics down the chimney pipe, then blocked it with a cloth. Kimahir inhaled the sedative and fell into a deep sleep. The intruder tried to move him, but the man was heavier than expected. The intruder fell on the sack and dropped his spyglass. In order to transport the servant, he had to use the cart. The final challenge was opening the garden door. Luckily for our intruder, Kimahir had the key in his shack.
Remarkable. It makes total sense.
You'd best have found something by now, gentlemen.
You said that you checked the shack earlier. Did you notice the cart tracks near it? Now, one ought to expect a servant to make regular use of such a thing. Indeed, I would have overlooked the detail were it not for the cart's absence. If, as you say, Kimahir never leaves your estate, then where did it go?
I expect answers from you, Mr. Holmes, not questions.
I found the residue of narcotics in Kimahir's brazier. There are several explanations, perhaps your servant's recreational interest, or an attempt at poisoning.
Cut to the chase, Mr. Holmes.
I fear that someone may have spied upon Kimahir. Likely the owner of the spyglass I found earlier. It appears they were watching for some time, as there was an impressive amount of chewing tobacco on the ground.
And your point?
I won't keep you in suspense any longer, Captain. Kimahir was abducted by the owner of the spyglass. When your servant fell asleep, he slipped a narcotic into Kimahir's brazier to make him sleep even more soundly. In order to carry a man as large as Kimahir, the intruder stole the cart and rolled him right out of your garden.
Now, hold on. All this simply to tell me what I already know? Why haven't you found him yet?
I only arrived a moment ago. It is, frankly, incredible that I have already deduced so much.
Every second you dawdle here, waiting for me to stroke your ego, is another second wasted. I'm not interested in the how, the why, or the who. I am only interested in recovering my investment. Spare me the claptrap, boy, and go and fetch my servant.
Truly, there is no better evidence of a man's nature than the way he treats those who help him. And you, sir, are a brute. The cruelty of your ignorance about the Māori people, your selfish attitude to a man's kidnapping.
The point is, Captain, we're telling you this for a reason. The intruder fled through the garden door, and we need a key to follow his trail.
Well, then you should have led with that. Here you go. I hope you'll return soon with good news. And in the meantime, please teach your companion the art of brevity.
Stenwick makes his servant live in a tool shed. You think you know someone.
Roy Soulsby. Could that be the name of our man? A strange substance. I have my suspicions based on the color and consistency, but would you care to hazard a guess, Doctor?
Well, it's odorless, but from the way it absorbs water, I'd say saltpeter.
Then we're in agreement. Well done. Sturdy rope, professionally tied in a Portuguese bowline. This knot is often used by sailors to create a bosun's chair. Wheels picked up grass along the way. Kimahir's cart, I gather. The Strand proved not so useless after all. The saltpeter accident. Doctor, do you recall?
The Port of London, of course. The footwear, the spyglass.
Indeed. We shall need to take a cab then.
Why are you still here?
Where to, Gav? The Port of London, please. I will show you where to stop.
Mr. Holmes, what a compelling mystery we have stumbled upon. Perhaps I have the premise of my next novel.
One kidnapping does not a story make.
Stop! A black cat crossed before us. It's a bad omen.
I did not take you for the superstitious type, Doctor. Such things are mere fantasies, tricks of a feeble mind. One imagines a physician would keep a surer footing in reality.
Perhaps. Before the war, my time abroad was difficult. Once, I came across an Afghan, bleeding, who I could not save. He pressed a rosary into my hand. A gift, he said, so as to gain God's favor. After that...
Dr. Watson?
Yes, well, I shan't get into details, but sometime later I found myself lost in the desert. Dehydration set in. Things grew ever more dire. The man's words came to me. I said a prayer and placed the rosary on a rock. A gift to gain God's favor.
And you were rescued?
Yes. A detachment of British soldiers found me.
To whom I'm grateful. Without their diligence, you would not be standing here and I would not have this case.
I'm sure you have another explanation prepared, Mr. Holmes, but I think I shall cling to the occasional superstition all the same.
To each his own, Dr. Watson. So long as it does not interfere with my methods, do it. We must press on, cat or no cat. The question remains, why abduct Kimmer here? Excuse me, just one question.
Oh, you are fortunate. I will help you.
May I ask for your assistance?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Oh, hardly a reputable establishment.
I've seen worse. Greetings, miss. I'm hoping you can help us.
We shall soon see.
Miss, what if I told you that you are in the family way?
No, really? Oh, thank you, sir. How would I, a simple woman, have ever known without your help? You must be a doctor.
In a manner of speaking.
He's not. He merely has the ego of one. I apologize, miss. Mr. Holmes is fond of his observations, but I am the doctor here, not him. Do you need any help?
I'm fine, thank you. I would rather not discuss my condition, nor let word of it spread.
I heard tell of a recent explosion in the port. What do you know of it?
Ah, yes. Something exploded in a ship's cargo hold. Caused a terrible blaze. The sky was red with smoke till morning.
Where precisely did it occur?
The ship sank near the third pier, next to the dockyard. Doesn't look like anything to me.
Are you familiar with a Roy Soulsby?
Roy Soulsby? I know the name, but he's not one of my regulars. My guess is that he works somewhere around here.
My colleague and I are seeking a burly man, above average height, with workman's boots.
Half my customers, then. Your description hardly narrows things down.
Could you help me?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Do you know anything about this?
No, sir, I've never heard of it.
May I ask you something?
No, sir, I've never heard of it.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
No, sir, I've never heard of it.
Do you know anything about this?
I can't tell you because I don't know.
Help me, please.
I think I could help you.
Could you help me?
It's a shame I can't answer your question.
Not in the mood, mate. Shoo!
Pardon me, sir. I am looking for Roy...
Not again. Yes, I'm Roy. But I can't help you find your uncle or whoever you've lost.
Now, what makes you think I would inquire about missing people?
You are the fourth person to ask this week. Just because I work at the port doesn't mean I keep track of everyone who comes here.
May I ask what you're doing here?
This is where the ship sank the other day. I'm trying to work out how we'll remove it.
You say we are not the first to ask you about a disappearance. Do you recall anything about those who came inquiring?
I only remember the foreign woman. I didn't catch her name, but those are her posters hanging up everywhere. She has badgered me twice now, but I still don't know nothing.
And this woman can be found?
No clue. She was talking gibberish.
Now, where was I?
Sorry, doesn't ring a bell. What are you on about? What are you on about? What are you on about? Can't help you there, mate.
Have you seen this before?
My card? Where did you dig that up?
At a crime scene near Baker Street involving a young servant's kidnapping, I might add.
No. Someone used it without my consent. How else would it end up there?
Help me, please.
As much as I'd like to help you, I know nothing about this.
Yeah. Hello, lad. Is this where I may find Dea?
You read the poster? Yes? You know where my brother Girves is?
Sadly, no. Well, not yet. Where did you last see Girves?
He worked at a, warehouse. This man, Roy Solby, gave him the job. He paid him a necklace.
Do you still have the necklace that Soulsby gave to Girves?
Girves left it near the, shrine. I tried to sell it to buy medicine, but no one wanted to buy.
I want to speak to Dea. Is she around?
Amma, my mother, she got sick after the fire. Big red smoke. She couldn't breathe, so I took her to the doctor. Now I am in charge.
How would you describe this Soulsby?
He was big and strong. He had a big scary eye.
Scary, you say?
Yes, like it was made of metal.
Don't go anywhere. This cheap pendant looks like silver, but it's only made of tin. No surprise the boy couldn't sell it.
I miss Girves. Do you think he's okay?
What are you gawping at? Can't help you there, mate.
I have been told that you hired Dea's son, Girves, right before he vanished. His brother also said you had a metal eye. What do you make of this?
Tell that him to stop making things up. That boat explosion stopped most traffic coming into the port. Guess I'll be without work for a while. Wonder why people are going missing. Puts a man on edge, you know.
Have you ever heard of a man with a metallic eye?
I've seen him even. Dirty Summers is the name. A nasty lout with a silver ball in place of a missing eye.
I shudder to ask, but where does one find a Dirty Summers?
He likely signed on with a ship. I am not one to spy on others, let alone him.
I see.
My advice, keep away from him. Have you been drinking? Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Have you been drinking? Doesn't look like anything to me. Doesn't look like anything to me.
What do you know about this poster?
A foreign woman asked to put it up. She's plastered them all over the port.
Any clues as to her whereabouts?
None. It was hard to understand what she was saying.
What are you gawping at?
Mr. Soulsby, you know more than you're letting on.
What makes you say that?
A man named Dirty Summers was involved in some recent kidnappings across London. He used your name as a cover for his deeds.
What? Really? That doesn't mean I'm involved, though.
Your calling card was found at the crime scene. That's enough to make you a suspect.
You cannot be serious.
It's true. And that's before mentioning your gold watch. It's brand new and awfully expensive for a customs officer. Clearly you have found yourself another source of income. I'm sure Scotland Yard will be delighted to investigate further.
All right, stop. Look, it's not as it seems. I did not partake in the kidnappings.
I'm all ears, Mr. Soulsby.
Yes, I know Summers. He paid me to turn a blind eye to his business in the warehouse area. Just that, on my word.
You did not tell me which warehouse he used?
I do not recall, but I used red paint to mark unsupervised warehouses. Ought to be one of them.
What else can you say of Summers?
He's a regular at the Cursed Mermaid. Goes there with his crew almost every evening.
What for?
I don't know. I assumed just for a drink.
Why do I have the feeling that you know more about Dirty Summers than you're letting on?
I have nothing more to add, sir.
Enough. I have hard evidence that Summers was involved in recent kidnappings across London.
I'm not surprised. So what?
A customs officer, Roy Soulsby, testified that Summers was a regular here. You must know something about his business.
All I know is his drinks order.
If the lives of the missing do not concern you, then I would urge you to think about your unborn child.
Are you threatening me?
Nothing of the sort, but that doesn't mean that there won't be consequences for your silence. Everyone knows you happily served Summers and his crew. Should the police come knocking, you'll be the one going away. And none of us wish to see you raise a child behind bars. Now, spare yourself the trouble and tell me all you know.
Okay, okay. Summers hired my private room. I think he used it to recruit people, but I haven't seen him in a few days. He paid me cash, so I paid him no attention. Nor did I touch anything inside. Here's the key, go and do what you will. Just leave me out of it.
Strange symbols. I don't recognize them. £5. That won't go far. Wrong warehouse. Nothing to see here. Really, Holmes, this ought to be beneath you. As my brother would say, it is for the greater good. The layers of rust will prevent any movement. This crank saw some use. Well oiled and well maintained. Fit for a crank. It's stuck. No one's used it in a very long time. It's stuck. No one's used it in a very long time. Good quality, but torn in many spots. Mold. That's why you don't leave sailcloth lying out. The scratches are fresh, left by something metallic. couple of marks on this end. It's stuck. No one's used it in a very long time. A hidden passage, just as I expected.
It appears that the saltpeter explosion rattled the locals. Can't blame them for staying at home.
Wait here, Watson, and keep an eye on the doors. I'll scout the premises.
Will do. Be careful down there.
Wait, what's happening? What is this place? Where am I? Strangely cold. Something is missing. This cannot have been under the port of London all along. Is it an illusion? The only way forward is the abyss. Phew, I didn't die. It is icy cold and pulsating. My heart, be calm. I am somewhere else. How? It's harder to breathe here. What is that?
stares right through me. It's like it stares right through me. Head is already spinning. When will this end? There are 2 recesses. My head. What just happened? What kind of trickery is this? It's rather frustrating. stench. A strange stone. It almost feels alive. Oh, that is truly revolting. Frozen and pulsing almost like it has a heart. Did I get out? John?
What is it, Holmes?
Watson!
Holmes, where are you? Holmes? Holmes? Are you all right?
Fine. Watson, I'm fine. Thank you for asking.
Fine? By Jove, you should have heard the way you called out my name.
It was just a game of shadows.
I'm glad. This place gives me the chills. What are we dealing with?
Something that's finally interesting. His abdomen is severely bloated. Cyanosis of the lips, marks on the neck. This man was strangled. An American passport. Amos Colby. Someone got their hands dirty painting this with blood. I've never seen a pattern like this before. Old blood stains. At least 24 pendants, all identical and made of tin. This box contained a narcotic substance, much like the one in Kimihia's brazier. Black Edelweiss Institute, established 17-something. It seems made for simple experiments. I wager they could not afford a better set.
Yeah, you're fucking muted.
I was muted the whole time. Fudge. Hey, But thank you, Alex. You're doing God's work. How are you? How is your night and everything? Dude, this one kind of sucks. Alright. Where has the abductee been sent to? So where has this dude been sent to?
Did you hear that, Watson? I hear you.
Ghost! Hey, a bed. What the?
Oh, potent. This sensor has more narcotic residues. What on earth? It looks like the scribbling of madmen.
Or is it just madness? Oh, shoot, there's blood right there.
A small bloodstain, but not serious.
Cracked.
The strength it would take to carry this crate, let alone break it.
Scratches. Bloodstain? Torn fingernails.
Deep scratches left in a frenzy.
Holy shenanigans.
Oh, potent. This sensor has more narcotic residues. Miserable food, mass-produced.
Ew. This is gross.
I must have seen this one before. That explains my hallucinations.
Yo, dirty clothes?
These clothes are missing buttons. They were forcefully removed.
Or maybe they just got too fat and next thing you know...
Dumpra, a staple of lecturemen's attire in Nepal. Gathered from dozens of people at the very least.
Jesus. Now what's down here? Yo, what's with all the photos?
Who are these people?
Yo, where are they getting these prints done? That's the better question.
Kiaranak, Flegethor, Nebumna, Siaha, Inguft.
That's blood. Mud? Plus sign? Drawing?
Someone used mud to draw a cross in a rectangle. Why? These clothes were crudely cut off someone. An American, judging by the style.
Hey! Jerk.
Fine rope work. Cut by a finer blade.
Yes, it is a backlog game.
These clothes were crudely cut off someone.
And how are you doing there,
American,
Italian mob?
judging by the style.
Alright, time to solve the puzzle. It all started here. But, yo, I'm doing alright there, Italian mob. Just trying to figure out the mystery to it all. Because apparently... things got spicy. Let's just leave it at that. Very spicy. Yeah, that does look about right for a sacrifice. No. Yeah, that seems right. Ew. Totally gross. Now the ripped. Obviously have to go with the ripped. I feel like I am missing something though. It's something over here. No. No. Feels about right. Wait, wasn't this one?
Many people were brought to this place. Their abductors stripped off their clothes and discarded them in a pile. The prisoners were kept in a soporific trance by the use of narcotics. A few tried to resist, but alas, in vain. After a few days, everyone was stuffed in a crate and sent elsewhere.
Damn.
Only one captive was left behind. He was strangled to death on this altar.
What the hell is happening, Holmes?
Calm yourself.
Alien!
Cannot be. What is it? Oh my God. Please tell me we found all we needed to, Holmes.
I think we found a bit more than that.
Yet we have no clue as to where those people have been taken.
And that's where you're wrong, Watson. We have more than enough. I just need to connect the dots. How about you pack your suitcase in the meantime, my dear fellow? Just in case.
Cheese bow bees. Where were the abductees sent to? They were obviously put in the boxes. Passport. No. That man is Amos Colby. Nope. Kill me, Smalls. You know what? Might as well go with the guessing route. Really? The abductees are heading to the Edelweiss Institute, established in the 1700s. It lies somewhere in Switzerland. Shoot, we're going to Switzerland. Yo, look at this dapper guy. And I will wear a fez, because fezzes are indeed cool. see Europe. 1700s. Next destination. We're going to Sweden.
Dr. Watson, how does a trip to Switzerland sound to you?
It sounds
Close enough.
unexpected. What makes you think we should head there?
It's all about the box with narcotics and Mr. Colby's clue, the cross inside a rectangle. Put two and two together, add a dash of research, and what do you get? The Black Edelweiss Institute in Interlaken, Switzerland. If we hurry, we can still catch tonight's train.
On the midnight train to Georgia.
As grateful as I have been for your company, Dr. Watson, I'm afraid you shall have to investigate Edelweiss alone.
Hello? Mr. Holmes, I fear you overestimate my abilities.
Nonsense. You are a military man, a bastion of British courage.
I'm no such thing. As a doctor, I avoided most combat, save for one dreadful day. My troop was ambushed in a village with innocents caught in the crossfire. Too many to help.
The man with the rosary. He was one of them?
A translator, yes. We were trapped. 6 soldiers and myself. I thought it was the end. But Lieutenant Paget refused to go quietly. The men prepared for a final stand. I rose to follow, but Paget shook his head. He told me to run. That I had other men to save. They charged, and I fled through the rear. So you see, Mr. Holmes, I am a coward.
The logic seems inescapable.
Yes.
You, a surgeon by trade, would have been perfectly useless in that conflict.
What? No.
And how many men have you helped since? Ailments eased, troubles tended?
No more than a handful. Truth be told, I have become somewhat of a recluse.
How many people could you help with 30 years ahead of you? Dozens? Hundreds? Paget was correct. You can cease your self-recrimination.
Holmes, I don't know what to say.
I would start with, I am Dr. John Watson, may I look around?
Okay. Spooky.
The Edelweiss staff will doubtless be eager to show off their facilities to a fellow physician. I have already taken the liberty of sending a letter on your behalf to request a visit.
And what of you?
I shall be pursuing other avenues. Should you see anything troublesome or improper, simply notify the local authorities. Otherwise, try a little analysis yourself. You know my methods. Apply them.
Mountain of Madness. Yeah, we're like gonna have a line per chapter. Let's see. Okay, this place definitely lively.
Salutations, madam. I am Dr. John Watson. I was wondering if you've got word of my visit.
Yeah, Dr. Watson. We received your letter on the matter. Would it be to see Professor Gygax?
At their earliest convenience, yes. I shall try not to take up too much of their valuable time.
Wait here, bitte. Mr. and Mrs. Bronson, your girl has made remarkable progress. See? Take a look for yourself. My apologies for keeping you waiting, Dr. Watson. Surely you understand how medical work can make one lose track of time.
Do not be sorry, Professor. I too know the importance of closely attending to patients.
The work hardly stops here, yet the satisfaction of perfecting the mind compels us to persevere.
I take it you welcome many a soul into your establishment?
Admissions, yes. Visitors, though? I am curious as to what brought you to the Schwarzes Edelweiss.
Word of mouth. An article I read back in London spoke highly of your institution. But rather than taking its word for it, I thought I would see things for myself.
My asylum's reputation precedes it, then.
Everyone, your attention, please. Guten day. Yes. Hi. Hello. The name's Amos Colby, Northwood Detective Agency, Boston. I got questions that need answers. Who's in charge here?
What seems to be the matter, Dr. Watson? You can tell me.
By Jove, it cannot be him.
That man's a fraud.
That man, well, the real Amos Colby lies 6 feet under in London.
No. In my line of work, it can't wait. The longer it takes
If
me
you
to get
wish
to
to
the truth,
recuperate,
the
Dr.
more
Watson,
lives
you
are
may
placed
avail
in
yourself
harm's
of the
way.
guest room.
But I have so much more to discuss.
Nurse, if you'd be so kind as to escort Dr. Watson to the guest room. Herr Colby, from Northwood Agency. How unexpected. I am Professor Gygax. I would be happy to answer your questions in the examination room.
Look, Professor, unless you got any clues as to the whereabouts of...
There is no need to be alarmed. No one gets neglected in my care.
Somebody's crazy.
Now, let's not resort to brute force.
Do not worry, Herr Colby. My methods are rather more delicate.
Drugs. Okay, can the guys in the background look a whole lot less Nazi-ish?
Search him thoroughly. Then take him to the holding chamber. I need to decide precisely what to do with our guest.
Wait, what? Oh, I'm in disguise, aren't I? I'm going to be a master of disguise. I'm going to be a master of disguise. Nope, too high. Too low. Next one has to be really high. Nope. No, too low. Okay, we got 3 of them. No, a little too high. And open. Jailbreak.
Truncheon, not the typical tool for a nurse.
Or a dungeon, you would think. Examination room. see block A. Let's look at what's in block A first, shall we?
The final product, ready to cure madness, or to push one deeper into its grasp.
Why not both?
Any chemist would envy the quality of this equipment. Raw materials used to formulate medicine. With this equipment, they can create any type of medication.
Sweet.
Very sturdy. I might borrow it.
What was that? Is someone there?
Well, shoes. Hans Winkler.
You there! I command you to free me at once.
I'm not sure that's a great idea at the moment.
How dare you deny me? I must have my revenge against the lickspittles upstairs.
Fortunately for you, I'm here to stop the very same people.
You are?
Indeed. But first, I must discover all I can about this institution. Tell me, have you witnessed the arrival of any foreign patients?
Tell me? The gall, the impertinence to bark such orders.
Please, we don't have time for this.
Do you know with whom you speak?
No.
I am the great Napoleon.
Monsieur.
Napoleon Bonaparte?
The one and only. Emperor of the French, first consul of the Republic, leader of La Grande Armée. Once I am free and have exacted my revenge against the guards who ridicule me, I shall rest happy in the arms of my beloved Josephine.
Right. Well, I will leave you to your scheming, Emperor.
Yeah.
My heart is pierced by Cupid. I disdain all glittering gold. There is nothing can console me but my jolly sailor bold.
No, a little higher. Okay, I think the next one's gonna need 3. Next one's gonna need 2. Next one's gonna need 4. Nope, too high. 1 down, 1 up. How you doing?
A certificate of appreciation from the municipal councillor to Professor Becker for contributions to the development of medicine in Interlaken.
Ah. Don't know.
A simple toolbox, yet capable of repairing anything. R.G. Hill, Dr. Connolly, it appears that all the psychiatric classics were banished here.
Boo.
John Sallow, the Tulpa phenomenon. I'm somewhat of an expert already. Speech and the Cerebellum by S.A. Becker. Looks like it's still operational. I can make out the names listed here.
Well, why don't you say them?
This photo was damaged, seemingly by oil. Cooking grease. Is this the kitchen dumbwaiter?
I command you to let me out!
Well, Mr. Bonaparte.
I'm I'm sure I heard something. Who's there? Show yourself.
He's on to me.
Hey, what are you doing?
Jailbreak. Damn it. Really? No guards beyond this point?
This sedative worked faster than I expected. Perhaps I ought to train myself. Build up a tolerance.
Or do you just want to solve something? You know what I mean. Okay, we don't want to go to the reception probably at this point.
Darn. No way I can get past him without being noticed.
Unless...
There's the guest room. I wonder if Watson was able to speak to Gygax. Locked. I suppose the reception will be guarded anyway.
I thought I missed something up here. Yo, we need our Bonaparte friend. Oh, it was already in there.
I command you to let me out.
Well, I'm working on it. Gotta give me a second. See how to remove sedative, obviously. Syringe. Maybe I'm missing something. Aha!
Tubes of varying diameters. Interesting.
And then metal tubes. Use a handmade blowpipe with the syringe. Wait, how do you... Wait a minute.
I'm sure I heard something. Who's there? Show yourself.
Trying to think. Think. Oh!
This should suffice.
It's gonna be like, wait. Alright, here we go. Gotcha! Drugs are fun. Drugs, definitely fun. So you got anything good?
This should be enough to avoid unwanted attention, at least from a distance.
Yo, and I look snazzy.
Miss,
I'll gouge your eyes out and cut off your hands, just like you did to Heidi.
I am quite certain you would, but I'm afraid you have me mistaken for someone else. So, I take it your name is Gerda. Who is Heidi?
You talk strange. You're going to Hell's Door, aren't you? To where those other funny talkers finally shut up?
Hell's Door? To what do you refer?
Only Heidi had answers. Go away, pig!
I
said go, or you will spend your last moments on Earth screaming. This door won't stop me.
Okay, is she crazy? Restricted area. Anybody else I should be worried about here? Alright. My guess is this is Hell's Door.
So you're Heidi. I didn't realize I was on Haunted Doll Watch.
Creepy.
Good lord, how unsettling. The damage seems intentional.
Jeez, you think?
The garments of several dozen people at least. Fabric burnt in the furnace.
Yeah, go keep that carbon footprint.
A jalabia, a traditional garment from northern Africa.
Oh my. Laundry? Really? We weren't in the restricted area before? We were in the restricted area? What? From above?
This stretcher was disinfected frequently. these are the same crates we found in London, I should take a closer look.
Yes, we shall. The pendant. Same one.
This is the same design as the one from London. Dirt and sweat. They were locked in here for days, judging by the smell. I doubt that one could survive such a journey with this little water.
A hole?
The kidnappers even provided airflow. How generous. This trip was prolonged and perilous.
Duh. Ow.
A bottle this sturdy doesn't break by accident. Substantial blood loss. One poor soul found another way out.
You think so?
The doors can be opened for deliveries. The stamp on this crate confirms it came from America. That's quite a distance to travel.
USA. USA. Something seems rather forgotten. No. Yeah. First one's off. Nope, leaky locker. Scribe Georgina. Oh, hello. See, medical supplies remaining. They took them from everywhere.
So this is how they kept the prisoners docile and harmless.
Okay. Next. No.
The carriages were back through these doors, and they began to unload their cargo in secret. Next, the crates were opened, freeing their passengers. Not everyone survived the journey. The dirty, exhausted, and dehydrated prisoners were then herded into cells. But all the cells are now empty, and I have not located a morgue. Time to find Hell's Door.
Hell's Door. Oh, hello. Well, it's shut. Huh. We know about that one. Oh, hello. Scratches.
Scratches. Something has been moved through here. This seems to be a locking mechanism. The whole thing must be a door.
Alright. How to get into Hell's Door. Nope, nope. Nope. Really? Gotta think. You know, what if they show up with what's her face?
We will make them pay for what they did to Heidi.
I believe I have found your friend.
Heidi! Oh, poor girl. What did they do to you?
Shh. It's all right now. Everything will be all right.
Please, Gerda, now I have found Heidi, I need some help from you in return.
Shh, Heidi. We should thank the man, don't you think?
Have you ever met Professor Becker?
I remember him. He was in charge here before that witch Gygax. But I haven't heard his voice for a long time. Too bad. He was nice.
Do you know about Gygax?
Professor Gygax seems to rule this facility with an iron fist. Do you know anything about her?
She's sick. She did nasty things to us. Separated me and Heidi just for fun. Before she got here, this place was all right.
How did you end up in Block B?
The nurses say I'm prone to violent outbursts, but they're wrong. I just do what Heidi tells me.
Tell me all you know about those funny talking people.
We'd hear their screams. The guards would take them down the corridor behind you and they'd disappear. And the screams would stop.
I found Hell's Door, the one that made the foreigners silent, remember? How do I open it? Gerda, please, I cannot get inside. You have to tell me how to open it.
How can you speak to me like nothing's wrong? Can't you hear Heidi crying? Look at her! Look! She's suffering. I can't even hear my thoughts over her screams. Poor Heidi. We will fix you. I promise. We will fix you.
I shall leave you two to get reacquainted.
Oh, we're gonna have to reconstruct Heidi. Yep, let's find Heidi. Let's see, that probably won't help. Patient hates guards, Heidi. Alright, looks like we gotta do some fixing. Loose button? Wrong thread. Let's see what else. I feel like we need a needle. Do we need nails? Wait, do we get nails? Oh, hello. Nope. Yo, anything else? Let's see, nothing else over here. Oh, hello.
Manufactured and packaged here.
Damn.
This is the same narcotic substance that we found in London.
Oh. It's gotta be like something I can do. Ah. Adhesive. Nails. No. Alright, let's see if we can repair Heidi. Nope.
You're going to be good as new.
Oh shoot, did I forget the things from in there? There we go. Now we got everything.
Will this help fix your friend?
Give it to me.
How is she feeling?
2 hours later.
All right, Heidi. Everything.
Goethe, I have a couple of questions.
Yes,
Dirty little mouth, Gerda. You've said enough already. She won't speak no more. Now it's only Heidi. You helped me, and I didn't cut out your eyes. So we're even. Now go.
Wrong. We're not even.
Heidi, there are things I need some clarity on.
Ask if you dare, but if I get bored, there will be consequences.
Creepy. No. You know what? She has to know about this place. She's been around.
I found Hell's Door, but it's locked. Is there a way to get in?
Hell's Door? Never heard of it.
Oh, come on. The testimony, Gerda.
That's
I mean,
not
Heidi.
True. You, Gerda, told me that Hell's Door makes people silent forever.
And you believe that snotty little girl? I'll personally ensure that she never dares to speak again.
Professor Gygax hurt you repeatedly, scarred your body and mind. You are not protecting Hell's Door. You are simply afraid of the consequences were I to enter.
I could tap your teeth out with a hammer until you choked on the blood in bits.
You could. But then you would live the rest of your life in fear of Professor Gygax. I can make that feeling go away.
How?
I can stop her. But the key, Heidi, the key to Hell's Door is critical to stopping Professor Gygax. And I think you know where it is.
Tell him!
But you said...
And now I say tell him!
The professor... She has a special key. Keeps it close and only brings it down when new people go through. Behind those closed doors, those people start to sing. Oh, they sing in so much pain.
Gygax. Of course. Thank you, Gerda. Heidi. I must leave.
Leave? You joke. Nobody leaves the Edelweiss. Now you will be with us forever.
Okay. Somebody's a bit of a cheery. There we go. Watson could find it. Watson must be in the guest room that is beside Gygax's office. Perhaps he could inquire the key and use the kitchen dumbwaiter to deliver it down to the storage room. How the hell does he get it down? How to get Watson for help? Well, I mean, he infiltrated successfully. We know he can use the dumbwaiter. Maybe the patient who hates. Ah. Use the patient to create a diversion. The patient who claims to be Napoleon Bonaparte could help. Freeing him could create enough of a distraction to find a way to contact. Ah. Alright. We need help from Watson. No, not that way. Alright, where's Napoleon? You know what? I feel like skipping it. I got time for this. Yep. Do your thing, Bonaparte.
At last, you came to your senses.
My humble apologies, Emperor.
Spare me your groveling, Englishman.
Of course. You are right as ever, for you see, time is of the essence. The royalists have risen again, and your darling Josephine needs you. Paris needs you.
Mon amour.
But the guards upstairs in reception stand in your way.
Ha! They will pose no problem for the likes of me. Merci, Englishman. When I return to Les Tuileries, I shall make you a general.
Oh, you are too kind, Emperor. Now go. Your freedom awaits.
I am coming, Josephine.
Wait, how'd they know? Oiga boy.
Psst. Watson, over here.
Holmes? What are you doing here, and where did you get that outfit?
It is unimportant. I require your assistance.
What is happening, Holmes? I need an explanation.
It's quite simple. I created a distraction so that I could tell you something important, and in turn, I need you to acquire something important for me.
How can you call any of this charade simple?
Watson, we can discuss this later. Time is of the utmost importance. The kidnapped people may still be here. This is what I know so far.
What? You really found all this on your own?
Focus, Watson. I need you to find a key. It will be most unique. All the details are in my notes. Logic dictates that Gygax will keep it near her. Once acquired, you must get it to me. Perhaps the kitchen dumbwaiter could be of use.
Holmes, I can't do this. I'm no spy.
Yes, you can, Watson. You are unfailingly dependable.
Dr. Watson, visitors are not permitted back here.
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Kuntz. After the war, my nerves, I fled all that commotion.
It is nothing. A patient attempted to escape. He will not get far. Now, if you would like to follow me.
Well, damn.
Blood in the water. Someone must have washed their hands here recently. What have we got ourselves into, Holmes? The only reason to hang something this harrowing here would be to create another patient.
Why a gun?
Perhaps I should take this. For all I hope it won't be needed.
Hello.
Did a child make these?
Oh shoot. I just realized my time is up for tonight. Everybody, thanks for joining me. We'll probably do more of this tomorrow. Rest easy. Stay tuned.